Now we're going to read data from our smart contract. To do so, we're going to declare our Ethereum contract variable as well as wallet and context. So as you recall from when we imported and created a wallet, we're going to have to declare and reinitialize our Pocket Ethereum instance. We do so by doing the similar steps, defining our net IDs as well as calling our Pocket Ethereum instance just to initialize our SDK. First, we need to initialize our smart contract. We do so by calling our smart contract and our variable, as well as redefining our smart contract instance, which takes in 3 parameters: the context, a wallet, as well as the Pocket Ethereum instance. Next, now that we've defined that, we're actually going to go into reading the data from the blockchain, which is using the execute constant function. Inside of our smart contract, we have 2 functions, or 2 read functions. One is get total message count, as well as get messages by index. So what we did was we binded the address along with the message inside the smart contract. And to obtain all the messages, accordingly, we're going to get total message count. We're going to loop through all the messages that goes through to help render it on the screen. So the first step is to use the execute or get total message count by using the execute constant function. This allows us to read the data that's on the blockchain without changing the state. To do so, we called our ETH contract execute constant function, which takes in a couple of parameters: our function name, params, from address, gas price, value, and our error handler, and also returns back an object, which in our case is the number. So now that we got a number, the first thing we want to do is actually loop through it and grab all the index accounts. And that's what we did here. So now that we called get message with, it takes in the index, which is what we just got the count from. And now we're going to do use the same function that we did for the get message count. We're going to call our ETH contract execute constant function and define a couple of parameters, which is our function name of inside of our smart contract, which is get message by index. Define the params along with the from address, gas price, value, which is null only because we're not sending any monetary value. We're just only reading data from the blockchain, as well as our error handlers, which is pocket error and retrieve back the actual object that we're trying to receive. And now that we are able to render the text messages and obtain the messages by reading the blockchain, in the next video, we're going to go into writing to the smart contract, which is changing the state of it. Now we're going to